drop both lust and resolve. Every culture evolved some do's and don'ts for peace in society, and with the evolution of justice systems, some don'ts have become punishable crimes. Criminal jurisprudence requires both intention and execution to be present in a crime. Intention is the thought behind the crime, and execution the physical side. Proof of both components is essential to convict any person of a crime. If we take the intention as sankalp, which is resolve or will or purpose, and execution as kam or desire, we can understand Krishna saying, "He whose pursuits are free from kam and sankalp, whose actions are burnt by the fire of knowledge, him the wise call a pandit or sage." Society in general is satisfied as long as there is no criminal action, even if one is roaming about full of criminal intent. Krishna says that we should drop kam first and subsequently should even drop sankalp. Dropping desire can happen because of various reasons like fear of law, lack of resources, or to maintain one's reputation. But sankalp is much deeper, and as long as it survives, there is always a chance that it gets converted into desire at a weak moment. That is why Krishna tells us to drop not only the desire, but also the sankalp, which is the driver of desires. We are repeatedly told since childhood that we should have the determination and desire to achieve academic, economic, as well as personal growth, thus making our progress difficult towards understanding this existential truth. The point to be noted is that desire is desire, whether noble or ignoble. When kam and sankalp are dropped, one attains nischal samadhi, which is freedom from attachment, fear, and anger. Actions arising out of such a state are bound to be burnt and purified by this very awareness.